and thanks for staying with us. Fraud investigators seeks collaboration with customs in the country. Also on customs reports, Idiroko Command sees good worth millions of naira from smugglers operating along the nation's borderline. Plus, the controller in charge of Lilliput Export Command speaks on export trade in the country. Plus, more report. I am Igiseme Itinye. Stay tuned. The Chartered Institute of Forensic and Certified Fraud Investigators of Nigeria has a cordial working relationship with Nigerian Customs Service. The president of the institute said that the visit to the customs headquarters will enable the two bodies to work effectively.
We appreciate the remarkable rebranding of the Nigerian Customs. We appreciate the increase in revenues that we've seen over the years since you assumed the leadership of the Nigerian Customs. And we sincerely also appreciate the transformation that is going on in the Nigerian Customs in terms of processes and in terms of the procedure of how things are done. You have your own college. We would want to also work together with the college and the forensic unit and the laboratory to see how we can leverage on each other. As we partner with the college, we would want us to fashion out clear areas of capacity building. We know that we have a lot of experts in-house that the service will leverage upon, but we also understand that the service has enormous experience. So we also want to use the experience of people in the service to be involved in our faculties in the things that we're doing.
The Comptroller General of Customs says that the method of detecting crime must be done well without fear or favor. The CG also referred to the arrest of a syndicate that specialized in excluding customs documents in the Idiroko area of Ogun State. He speaks more on the visit.
We have been training most of our officers with regards to law enforcement from the military police school. We will also make your school, your college, one of our most priority in terms of training. I also believe that an institution like your own should be given the maximum support that we need.
The Nigerian Customs Service has continued to improve on export of consignment outside the country. The controller in charge of export at Lilliput Command said that the customs will continue to assist exporters on trade of export in the country. He made a pledge when the commandant of Ikeja Training School paid him a working visit in his office.
Nigeria is a land of honey and milk. Unfortunately, many of us are not aware. This country is blessed. This country is gifted. This country is loved by the Almighty Creator of this world. Many of us are not aware. Nigeria has the potentials to be one of the greatest economies. Anything you are looking for in a nation, we have it here. But unfortunately, many of us are not aware, therefore we are not tapping. The creation of Lilliput Export Command is one of the best things to the export community, because we are able, for the 3 months we have been here, we are able to achieve some certain things which have become a problem to Nigerian exporters or to Nigerian export product, but we are able to achieve it within 3 months. If you do read from the newspapers or from you listen to any exporter or in any exporters forum, you will be hearing about rejection and return of our produce. Rejection and return, whereby when a Nigerian product is exported, it will be rejected overseas due to some other reasons, either along the way it got spoiled or lack of meeting the standard. But when we were established, we were able to make this place as a one-stop shop, whereby all the agencies of government are domiciled here. Before exportation, all necessary tests will be conducted to ensure that this thing is up to standard so that we will be able to allow it to go out of the country. This country is blessed with arable land whereby we can grow anything that is needed for this country, not even for this country, but Africa as a whole. I keep on saying it at any time. Ukraine 2021 was able to generate over 5 billion on wheat exportation. Nigeria can do the same thing. $5 billion. Nigeria can do the same thing. Sesame, cocoa, ginger, hibiscus, soya beans. These are some of the produce we are exporting from Nigeria. And believe me, if we are able to do more, we should be able to export more. Nigeria is blessed with other raw materials that we can export and proceed and stabilize the economy and stabilize even this devaluation, or what do you call it, fluctuation due to volatility of this our exchange rate. We can intervene. That's why the CBN is able to come up with RT 200 billion, meaning that the proceed of export, they are expecting the proceed of export to be 200 billion in the next 3 to 5 years. The opportunities are here. So this is our country. The best thing we could do is to promote the business of export. Initially, there were a lot of difficulties. Before consignment gets to the mother port, a lot of delays. We were able to solve these problems. Before containers, the turnaround of a vessel, that used to be maybe 1 week in other countries, let's say Togo, Ghana, Benin Republic, but here it's more than 3 weeks. We're able to reduce it. So these are some of the things which we have done since our inception. And anytime there's an opportunity, or you need us to go and lecture the cadets, we will lecture them on the issue of exportation. As I said, you are most welcome to Lilliput Export Command. If there's anything that has to do with export that you need clarification, don't hesitate to send it to us or request us so that we can at least tell you what is obtainable or how it is going to be done.
The visiting commandant of the college has this to say.
It is a privileged appointment accorded me by the management of Nigeria Customs Service. And we deem it fit that there's need for us, before we settle down, reach out to our senior brothers, which are the various area controllers within Zone A. And you are one of those senior brothers that we are looking up to for collaboration and synergy in so many areas that it relates with the college. Having gone through your profile, you have a wealth of experience, and that triggered our quest to hurriedly look to your location. Customs generally is tilting towards technology, and that is the backbone of the revenue drive of these prestigious seaports. Our students, very soon in the next couple of weeks, we're expecting about 400 cadets. These are raw materials that we're hoping to turn them around into finished products that will be useful to Nigeria Customs Service. If we look at the Controller General's policies on reforms and repositioning of the service, it is in line with the curriculum of our institution, which I believe majority of us must have passed through this college, probably during our basic course or refresher courses. So it is our college, it is also our collective efforts that we can raise the bar For we at the college, our plan is to rebrand the college. Our plan is to have a paradigm shift. And that cannot be achieved by just us. We need our senior brothers like you to come in, for us to tap from your wealth of experience, particularly as it relates to international based practices, so that these raw materials that we are about to receive in a few weeks' time will have the requisite knowledge that will be grounded academically, so that when they finished, they will easily fused into the system.
You are watching the program Customs Report. The Federal Operation Unit Zone A has continued to seize and arrest smugglers trying to cheat the Nigerian Customs Service on revenue generation in the country. The Customs Acting Controller in charge of FOU paraded some suspects specialized in printing fake papers for vehicles they want to bring into the country through the unapproved route.
It's not that customs will pass it. They will smuggle those vehicles using unapproved routes. Then when it is brought in, they will now come and give it a legal backing by generating documents. When they generate these documents now, unsuspecting buyer now will now go and buy this. And when customs says, oh, this is fake documents, oh, you now say, shebi I paid. See papers. That is what they are into. Desktop, you are seeing here, where the desktop taken from these two suspects. They were found in action at Idiroko in a house where they were cloning customs documents for supposedly vehicles that were smuggled into Nigeria to give it a clean bill. It's on intelligence. And when they were swooped upon, they were found in the act. As a matter of fact, well over 600 vehicles are on the roll that they want to clone to bring into Nigeria through falsified documents. These are the two suspects, and these are what we took from them: desktop, computer, printer, and when you check through their phones, we got a lot of evidence and intelligence on them that I may not be able to say until we get to court.
He also wants smugglers to desist from smuggling activities in the country.
That smuggling is an illegal and willful means of conducting business. It is an unpatriotic activity that involves the importation or exportation of goods through unlawful means with the objective to evade or underpay custom duties, taxes, and any other measures of prohibition or restrictions on the importation or exportation of such goods. Smuggling has an extensive menace on the economy that has continued to impact on activities of locally manufactured goods. It also encourages acts of criminality in society. Smuggling, according to Customs and Excise Management Act, CAPC 45 LFN 2004, is any or all of the following: outright avoidance of custom official control across the ports and borders; under declaration of goods, a situation where the importer declares a lesser quantity than the actual quantity of goods imported; undervaluation of goods, a circumstance whereby goods valued lower than the correct value; wrong classification of goods, this is a situation of declaring goods under a different class of imports to attract a lower rate of duty and tax; falsification of documents with the intention to evade or reduce duties and tax. Smuggling is an unpatriotic act and a crime that can lead perpetrators to jail. 18 suspects were arrested in connection with some of these offences in February 2023 and are at different stages of investigation and prosecution. Notable among the wares seized in February 2023 for non-compliance with extant customs laws are 5,328 by 50 kg bags of foreign parboiled rice, equivalent to 9 trailer loads. 1 by 40 feet container said to contain 512 cartons of generator on detention for false declaration. 1 by 40 foot container said to contain 2,298 cartons of half gasoline engine on detention for false declaration. 29,879 litres of premium motor spirit, 283 cartons of foreign frozen poultry products, 75 kilograms of cannabis sativa, 5 units of foreign used vehicles, 1 by 40 foot container said to contain charcoal meant for export. These goods have a total duty paid value of 501,460,875 naira. The effect of smuggling these wares have a very significant negative impact on our economy. These include loss of revenue, distortion of market prices, and collapse of local industries. Thus, all patriotic citizens are to join the fight against economic sabotage. In continuation of our onslaught against smuggling and economic saboteurs, this unit made a major breakthrough in the busting and arrest of a two-man syndicate that forged custom clearing documents. Sequel to the arrest of one suspect, Shuaibu Kolo, with a 2007 Mercedes-Benz along Agilete Idiroko Road of Ogun State, whose arrest and in-depth investigation that led to the unraveling of over 600 pictures of vehicles domiciled in Benin Republic are waiting to undergo forged clearing process by the same criminal syndicate. Items recovered from the suspect in the course of arrest and investigations are fake custom valuation stamp, fake customs duty chart book on vehicles, fake custom documents and vehicle registration documents, 4 computer monitors, 3 computer processing units, 1 keyboard and 1 printer. Sadly, however, in our resolve to safeguard the national economy and prevent revenue loss, officers on legitimate duties were ambushed and attacked by suspected smugglers and their sympathizers using guns, machetes, charms, and other dangerous items. The most recent incident of this kind of assault on officers is the one arrested using charms to attack personnel at Owoyele Igbogila Road of Ogun State. While I discourage and call for their repentance, any act of recalcitrance will call for the full wrath of the law on anyone found culpable.
The Ogun 1 Command of the Nigerian Customs Service accepted goods worth millions of naira from smugglers operating along the western part of the country. The Customs Controller said that anyone caught will face the law.
We are also committed to maintaining synergy with our sister agencies across the state. We appreciate the collaboration and cooperation of everyone, which has engendered peaceful coexistence in the communities and their environs. The Comptroller General of Customs, Colonel Hamid Ali, retired CFR, has always overwhelmingly supported the anti-smuggling campaign of the service, and this has had a huge impact on the performances and achievements recorded by commands, units, and other customs formations across the nation. Our area command in particular has benefited immensely from such support and sterling leadership. May I use this medium to appreciate him and his management team. Let me once again appreciate our critical stakeholders, such as the traditional rulers, community leaders, and other security agencies who are showing concern and are collaborating with the service for their continuous support.
The custom boss won importance to disease for smuggling, saying that smuggling is not good for the nation's economy.
Across our core mandate of revenue generation, suppression of smuggling, and trade facilitation in Ogun State. Revenue generation. The command generated a total sum of 445,757 naira only through import duties, auction sales of scrap vehicles and petroleum products. I would like to reiterate that the revenue activities of the command comprises importation and exportation of legitimate goods, goods under ECOWAS Trade Liberalization Scheme (ETLS), and assessment of merchandise and baggage. Suppression of smuggling. The relentless anti-smuggling campaign of the command has continued to improve our seizure program. In the period under review, the command recorded 115 seizures, which includes 6,743 bags of smuggled foreign parboiled rice of 50 kilograms each, which is an equivalent of 11 trailer loads. Some of the other seizures recorded during the period under review include the following. 1. Premium motor spirits, PMS, 19,860 liters. Used vehicles used for conveyance of smuggled goods, 18 units. Cannabis sativa, 64 sacks, and 824 wraps of book and bread and coconut sizes. Artifacts, 10 big pieces and 19 small pieces. Motorcycles used for the conveyance of prohibited units, 1 unit. Second-hand clothing, 73 belts. Foreign used shoes, 14 sacks. Foreign used tires, 900 pieces. Frozen pork products, 520 cartons. These seizures were made at different locations, such as Abeokuta Axis, Ilaru Axis, and Ikokia Idiroko Axis, among others. The total duty payable value DPV of the seizures is 231,218,506 naira only. Facilitation of trade. The command is committed to facilitating legitimate trade. We value the business community and their contribution to the economy of the nation. We assure them of our continuous support in all aspects of their trading activities. However, we urge them to avoid any form of illicit trade that could adversely affect the economy and tarnish their reputation. May I also use this opportunity to warn recalcitrant and would-be smugglers to steer clear of smuggling activities. Anyone caught in the act shall be made to face the full weight of the law. Stakeholders engagement and corporate social responsibility.
Just before I round up this week edition of the program, Custom Support, we brought you a report where seizures worth millions of naira was accepted by some commands in the country. For me, Igiseme Itinye, thanks for watching.